Fever. It's a word that strikes fear into the hearts of many. A high temperature, often accompanied by chills, aches, and pains. It's a sign that something is wrong, that our bodies are under attack. But what if I told you that fever, as unpleasant as it may be, is actually our friend? It's our body's way of fighting back against infection. A powerful defense mechanism that has been around for millions of years. We often reach for the medicine cabinet at the first sign of a fever, eager to bring our temperature down. But is this always the right course of action? Could suppressing fever actually hinder our body's natural ability to heal? To answer these questions, we need to understand the science behind fever. It's a delicate balance, this relationship between fever and our health. On the one hand, fever is a powerful ally in the fight against infection. On the other hand, a very high fever can be dangerous, even life-threatening. So how do we know when to intervene and when to let nature take its course? Our bodies are remarkable machines, capable of regulating their internal environment with incredible precision. One of the most important aspects of this regulation is maintaining a stable body temperature. For humans, this ideal temperature hovers around 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit or 37 degrees Celsius. This temperature allows our cells to function optimally, carrying out the myriad of processes that keep us alive and well. But what happens when our internal thermostat is thrown out of whack? Enter fever, a temporary increase in body temperature triggered by the presence of invaders like bacteria and viruses. These microscopic foes release substances called pyrogens, which act as signals to our brains, telling them to crank up the heat. This increase in temperature is not simply a byproduct of infection, it's a deliberate response, a carefully orchestrated defense mechanism. Think of it as our body turning up the furnace, creating an environment that is less hospitable to invading pathogens. Our immune system is a complex network of cells and organs that work tirelessly to protect us from harmful invaders, and when it comes to fighting infection, fever is one of its most powerful weapons. As our body temperature rises, a cascade of events is set in motion. Blood vessels constrict, directing blood flow away from our extremities and towards our core, conserving heat. We start to shiver, an involuntary muscle contraction that generates heat. Our metabolism speeds up, burning through calories at an accelerated rate to fuel the immune response. These physiological changes are not merely side effects of fever, they are part of a coordinated effort to create an environment that is inhospitable to pathogens. The increased temperature helps to slow down the replication of bacteria and viruses, giving our immune system a fighting chance to eliminate them. Section 4. The Evolutionary Arms Race. The relationship between our bodies and pathogens is a constant evolutionary arms race. As we develop new ways to fight off infection, pathogens evolve new ways to evade our defenses. Fever is no exception. Over millions of years, pathogens have developed strategies to survive and even thrive in the face of fever. Some viruses, for example, have adapted to replicate more efficiently at higher temperatures. Others have evolved ways to suppress the immune response, effectively disarming our defenses. This ongoing battle between our bodies and pathogens highlights the complexity of the immune response. There is no single solution, no magic bullet that can protect us from all threats. Section 5. To treat or not to treat. So, should we reach for the fever-reducing medications at the first sign of a high temperature? The answer, as with many things in medicine, is not always straightforward. It depends on a variety of factors, including the severity of the fever, the underlying cause, and the individual's overall health. For most healthy adults, a mild to moderate fever is not usually a cause for concern, and may even be beneficial in fighting off infection. However, a high fever, especially one that persists for more than a few days, can be dangerous and warrants medical attention. Infants, young children, the elderly, and those with underlying health conditions are particularly vulnerable to the effects of high fever. The decision to treat or not to treat fever is best made in consultation with a healthcare professional. They can help you weigh the potential benefits and risks, and develop a personalized plan to manage your symptoms.